what is the actual secret to all manifestation? What's the ultimate thing that will improve every single manifestation that you want? Okay, the secret is to become the conscious creator of your reality. Because if you are unconsciously creating your reality, if you're not present to the moment, then that means that there's an unconscious part of you that is creating your reality. So the secret is to become a conscious creator, to consciously manifest what you want. Because most people are unconsciously absorbed in their thoughts. A lot of people are unconsciously absorbed by their ego. What is the ego? It's the sense of self that you think you are. A lot of people are unconsciously absorbed in their thoughts, not even realizing that they're absorbed in their thoughts. Okay, you can call that the ego. That's a word we can use to represent what the ego actually is. Another way to explain the ego is the unobserved mind. Okay, the ego is the unobserved mind. And so if you don't have conscious awareness of your thoughts, just because you don't know that your thoughts are there, just because you don't have conscious awareness of your thoughts, doesn't mean that they're still not controlling your reality, right? Just because you don't know that you have thoughts doesn't mean that those thoughts that you're unconscious of are still not controlling your reality. And so if you're unconsciously identified with your thoughts, that's what the ego is. It's identification with the mind, the unobserved mind. You don't have conscious awareness of those thoughts, but you create an identity out of those thoughts because you don't have the conscious awareness. And so when you don't have conscious awareness, you believe that you are those thoughts, but then those thoughts still create your reality. And so the identification with the mind creates a lot of suffering. It creates a lot of anxiety and a lot of fear. And that's not going to allow you to consciously create your reality. So the key is to become conscious of your ego, disidentify with the mind, find the beauty and the aliveness of the present moment that is always here. There's always a beauty and there's an aliveness in the present moment that we're all connected to, but we're unconscious of it because we're absorbed in the mind. We're unconsciously absorbed in the mind. And from that space of unconsciousness, you definitely can't manifest what it is that you want. And even if you do manifest what you want, you're going to be in so much resistance. And if you finally get that manifestation, you're not going to be happy because the manifestation is a short-lived pleasure. You could manifest all the things that you want, but if you're attached to your ego and you're in a lower vibrational state of consciousness, not only are you going to block all the manifestation in your life, but even if you get the manifestation, you're not going to be satisfied because the ego always wants more, right? The ego always wants to get more manifestation. I'm not happy with this manifestation. I need more. I need to manifest even more. So the irony and the paradox is that from a low vibrational state of consciousness, you're not going to be able to manifest what you want. And even if you do manifest it, are you going to be satisfied? Of course not. The ego always wants more. The ego always wants the next manifestation, the next thing. I want the next thing, and then the next thing, and then the next thing. And then, oh my gosh, I finally got it. Okay, now I need the next thing. And then even when you get it, you're not even enjoying it because you're not present to the moment. And then while you're having it, you're scared to lose it. That's how the ego works. The ego is scared to lose the thing that it has. It can't even fully enjoy the manifestation because you're not even enjoying it in the moment. You're thinking about the future when it's going to be gone, and oh my gosh, I can't wait for the next thing. And then when you're looking forward to the manifestation, you're not accepting of the current moment as it is right now. You're just waiting when the manifestation is going to come. And so the key is to understand that you don't actually want the manifestation. What you're looking for in this whole process of law of attraction and manifesting, You're looking for the unconditional love. You're looking for the vibration of peace. You're looking for the vibration of being consciously connected to the present moment. That's what you're really after. You don't want anything outside of that. You don't want anything outside of you. All the feelings that you think the manifestation is going to give you are generated within your consciousness. And within your consciousness already exists those feelings that you can tap into by learning how to connect to the present moment, right? The vibration of peace, a manifestation won't give you that. That's generated within. We always like to be looking outside of us to fulfill us, and we think that a manifestation will fulfill us, but the reality is that it never will. The ego always wants more. The ego always wants to manifest the next thing. And so the vibration of love, peace, and joy really is the key that you're looking for. That's all you want. You don't want anything outside of you. You want the manifestation of peace and joy itself. You don't want an item or a materialistic object or a relationship. All these things are great things to have, but they should be a bonus to your sense of inner peace. They should not be the number one thing that you're trying to manifest. Your primary objective in life should not be to manifest things. It should be to manifest joy itself, and then the things will arise from that state of joy. The paradox and irony of this entire thing is that when you become more present to the moment and you raise your level of consciousness and you find the joy and the beauty that is in this moment right now, just observing your thoughts, not identifying with the thoughts, being connected to your sense perceptions, raising your state of consciousness and enjoying the moment, the paradox is that you're not going to want the manifestation anymore. You're not going to care if you get it. But then also, because you don't care, you end up getting the manifestation. That's the paradox and irony of it all. You release the attachment to the manifestation and then you end up getting it anyways, and you didn't even care if you got it, but then you get it anyways because you're already vibrating at a high frequency. That's the paradox of all of this, is that you end up just getting the manifestation anyway. And then on the contrary, when you're in a low vibrational state of consciousness, you're needy, you don't enjoy the moment, you block literally all the manifestation that you want. And if you do manifest it, you're not happy. You're not enjoying the manifestation. You're looking for the next manifestation, right? So the secret to manifesting really is raising your vibration, raising your state of consciousness. And so I'm not saying that you can't harness the power of the law of attraction to manifest something if you don't have a clear mind. If you're at a low state of consciousness, you can still manifest what you want, but are you going to be happy with it? Are you going to have got there in the most efficient way possible, enjoying the process of the present moment, not continually looking in the future for fulfillment? Probably not. You can get what you want from a lower state of consciousness. Are you going to be fulfilled? Probably not. Are you going to enjoy the process? Probably not. Are you going to look for the next manifestation and keep looking for fulfillment outside of you in the next moment? Yes, you will. That's how the ego works. The ego always wants more. The ego is never satisfied with this moment. And don't get me wrong, I'm guilty of this. The reason that I started this channel was to spread the message of the present moment. Was to spread the message of the inner peace that I have found meditating every single day for the last 4 years. Not just meditating, but then to live from that state of presence. That's why I started this channel. And then I kind of got lost in just spreading the message of the law of attraction. And then I forgot that the reason I started this channel was to spread the message of the present moment. But the interesting paradox is that it all goes full circle, and that manifestation and being present to the moment all come together as one. So don't get me wrong, I'm guilty of this. I'm guilty of, when am I going to get the next client, right? When am I going to get this client? Thinking that's going to give me fulfillment. Or when am I going to get this amount of subscribers? And sometimes I look at my videos and I get attached to the views. And then one day I see my views go up. and the next day CMV goes down, and then my emotions go up and down. It's like, is that true fulfillment? No, it's not. I never feel more fulfilled just standing here and being in the vibration of recording a video. Because when I record a video, I become intensely present to the moment. And I don't care about my manifestation or when it's going to come, because I just care about being present to the moment and spreading the message of presence. And the paradox is that while I'm in this state and I'm not caring about my manifestation, well, guess what? I'm recording a high quality video that comes from my heart that will help me manifest even more. You see the paradox of all of this? When you're in a low vibrational state of consciousness, you resist the moment, you don't get the manifestation. If you get the manifestation, you're not happy, you create a resistance along the way, it's hard to manifest. When you're in a high vibrational state of consciousness, you don't care about the manifestation. You enjoy the process of just doing things for the doing itself, because you're being to the moment, you're being present to the moment while you are doing. And then you don't care about the manifestation. And then because you're enjoying the process so much and you don't care about the manifestation, you end up getting it anyways. So what a paradox. We're always looking outside ourselves. You're not trying to manifest anything outside of you. You are trying to generate the feelings from within. You don't want you don't want the relationship. You don't want the love. You don't want the success. When I say love, I mean a relationship. You want the feeling of it. But nothing outside of you can actually give you those feelings, and they can, but you're giving yourself permission to only feel those feelings in the presence of that external circumstance, when in reality, those feelings on the external never generated anything. The external phenomena never generated anything. You generated those feelings in your consciousness, and you gave that external thing permission to give you that feeling. And as long as you look outside of yourself for that fulfillment, you will never be satisfied in your life. Okay? So, conscious manifestation is the key to manifesting your reality. Because outside of fulfillment and everything I just stated, when you have conscious observation of literally every single thought of the day, like every single thought that arises, if you have conscious observation of that thought, you can choose to either let it go or replace it with a new thought. And the interesting thing is, once again, what is the ego? It's the unobserved mind. And so if you don't have conscious awareness of those thoughts, does that mean those thoughts are still not manifesting your reality? Of course not. They're still manifesting your reality. And because you're unconscious of them, they also create resistance, because unconsciousness implies a sense of dissatisfaction. It's such a paradox, because when you're unconscious of your thoughts, you create that sense of ego, and that implies a sense of dissatisfaction with the moment, because you're lost in the past and the future, right? You're not satisfied with the now. You're looking to the future and you're attached to the past, and you're not satisfied with the now. Also, that dissatisfaction is the manifestation that you're getting. You're getting a manifestation of dissatisfaction and resistance, because what you focus on grows. And if you're focused on unconscious resistance, then you create unconscious resistance. It's such a paradox. I hope this message is landing right now, because you're technically manifesting the dissatisfaction, because you're in a lack vibration. You're in a lack state of consciousness. You're dissatisfied with the moment. And so what are you manifesting? You're getting a reflection of all of that. You're getting a reflection of all those things. You see lack in the world. You see dissatisfaction. Where's the manifestation? You're getting that manifestation. You're telling yourself, where's my manifestation? You're manifesting a thought of where's my manifestation, and you're also seeing an external reflection of that thought as well. You literally manifest what you focus on. But if you're unconsciously focusing on certain things, then that is the manifestation you will get. You will get a reflection of the things you're getting, of the things that you're thinking, even if you were unconscious of them. So even if you don't know that you're creating your reality, you're still creating your reality. Even if you're unconscious of the law of attraction, you're still using the law of attraction. You're just doing it from an unconscious, egotistical place and you don't realize it, but you're still creating it. You're still creating that for yourself. And the way that you can combat this is learn how to raise your state of consciousness. Okay, I've been meditating every single day for the last 4 years. Best habit I've ever started in my life. I recommend that you meditate daily. I recommend that you learn how to incorporate that sense of presence into your daily life and become the conscious observer of your thoughts in every single moment. I recommend that you catch certain thoughts in your day-to-day life and observe them and notice the thoughts that are going against your manifestation and then realize that you were actually manifesting that until you became conscious of it. So if you're going through the day and then you're thinking, why is this happening to me? Why is this happening to me? And then all those thoughts are happening unconsciously. Let's say you're in a victim mind state and you're doing that unconsciously. That's what you're going to manifest in that reality, in that moment. You're going to see reflection of that victim mentality. Like, oh my gosh, everything's happening to me. And then you're going to see all these things that reinforce that belief system because your reticular activating system will look for things to prove that mind state and that belief that you were in that moment. Because you perceive of the reality that you are vibrating on. And if you're not conscious of that, then you're still going to perceive that. That's what you're still going to manifest. So I recommend that you become the conscious observer of your thoughts and notice when your thoughts are blocking you. Notice that when you're thinking of the worst case scenario, that's what you're actually stepping into in that moment. And it takes a long time for thoughts to manifest. Sometimes there's a delay. So don't worry about it. Don't judge yourself if you catch a negative thought. That's a good thing. If you catch a negative thought, that's a good thing. Because negative thoughts don't manifest as fast as higher vibrational thoughts. Higher vibrational thoughts manifest fast. Lower vibrational thoughts take a long time. So if you catch yourself thinking negatively and observe that, that's a good thing. Don't judge yourself. Don't be like, oh my gosh, I'm creating negativity in my reality. Don't worry about that. Just you catching that thought is already the stopping of it. Because you can't let go of something that you're unconscious of. Already having awareness of that thought is the first step to letting it go. So once again, all you have to do here is just raise your level of consciousness. Don't worry about the when or the how and the process and how this is going to work out and what do I do here and what do I do there. Oh my gosh, am I unconsciously creating my reality, Francis? Like I just realized I have all these negative thoughts and how do I let them go? All you have to do is just be conscious of them and you're already in the process of letting them go. Okay, are you seeing that? Because the only reason you're holding on to those thoughts is because you were unconscious of them to begin with. The only reason you're creating that reality is because you were unconscious of them to begin with. When you become conscious of it, now you already are letting it go because your being will not hold on to something that it is. Like if you become conscious of negativity, you can't hold on to that. You're going to let it go. And then just becoming conscious of that is the first step. And then you can start to replace those thoughts with the thoughts that you actually consciously want to manifest. And then every single moment, you'll have this power to consciously choose what you want to manifest, what you want to allow into your life, what you don't want in your life, the things that you have to let go of. And then you're going to have a clear, precise vision of what it is that you want as if it was already done in this present moment. And the key, also another key to manifesting, is to be in the feeling of what you want as if it was already done. But when you are consciously connected to the present moment, you can have a much clearer vision and be in alignment with the present moment to create that vision in a much easier way. Because when you're present to the moment, now it's easier to tune into that reality. Okay, and the last thing I'll leave for you to take this video to a whole nother level is that when you realize the consciousness of who you actually are as pure empty awareness and consciousness, and you realize that you are not a form in reality, when you disidentify from your ego, you're then free to consciously kind of step into any identity that you want. Because when you disidentify with the mind and you disidentify from the false sense of self, then you're kind of you're free to choose the character you want to play, but you're not attached to the character anymore. You realize that this avatar body is not actually who or what you are, but you are the consciousness that comes before it. And then from that conscious place, you can consciously manifest the identity that you prefer. You can say to yourself, this is who I want to be. You can say, I want to be a confident person. And you won't have resistance to that thought, because you know that it's not who you are at a deeper level. You know that you attaching to being a shy person was just your ego identification, right? And then you can actually consciously shift into a new reality, consciously choose an identity for yourself. We do all of these things unconsciously, but now you can consciously choose an identity for yourself and not be attached to that identity. The identity of a confident person, the identity of whatever it is that you want to create. I decided a couple months ago to shift into the reality of recording daily videos, right? Becoming a coach. Who says I can't be a coach? Nobody. I thought there was somebody stopping me. I thought that I wasn't worthy enough. No, that's not true. It was all my ego. It was certain things that I was attached to in the past. And the more that you become conscious of your ego and disidentify with it, because the ego is the unobserved mind, and the conscious observation of the ego means no more ego. It just means you as the conscious awareness observing thoughts. The end of ego is consciously observing your thoughts. Ego implies a lack of consciousness and a lack of observation of thinking. When you're observing your thoughts, there's no more ego. It's just you observing thought form, but you are not that thought form. You are just the observer of that thought. And now you can disidentify from that thought. Knowing that you are not that thought, you can then shift into any reality that you want, because you can then choose the thoughts that you prefer to have. Does that make sense? I hope this is making sense to you. The ego is the unobserved mind. And then now you can choose, like now from this state of consciousness, now use things like visualization, okay? Affirmations, all these wonderful and powerful tools. Now you can use this because you've already connected to the moment. You've already consciously connected to the truth. You've already consciously realized that you're the creator of your reality. Now you can use visualization. Who would you be if you already had your manifestation? What would it look like from your perspective to already have what you want? What's the identity that you would be embodying? What kind of thoughts would you have? What kind of thought patterns would you have? What affirmations would you be using? Right? Now you can do all of that consciously. Whereas before, if you were unconscious, you're in dissatisfaction, you're resisting the moment, you can't manifest anything. Even if you try to use affirmations, you're still resisting the moment, you're not satisfied. You have all these unconscious worthy issues and these money issues and these blocks. And then what if this? Oh my gosh, when is the manifestation gonna come? Because you're in resistance. Let go of all of that. Then use visualization and do it from a conscious place, realizing that you were the conscious creator of your reality. Okay, so that's pretty much all I have. That's all I have for you today. If you like this kind of content, this video helped you to have a clear understanding of manifestation, make sure you hit that like button, and make sure you also hit that subscribe button and that notification bell, because I post a new video every single day. Also, if you wanted to become a private client, then consider applying for a free consultation by hitting the website that's in the description box of this video. Once again, hit that like button. Also, I wanted to announce that I have a free guided meditation that's specifically designed to help you connect deeper to the present moment and actually help you to feel that sense of peace, feel that sense of calmness, and raise your vibration, raise your state of consciousness. That will be the state you're actually looking for, that will help you to manifest what you want. You'll also not care about the manifestation. You'll release the resistance to the manifestation. You will feel more present, and it will help you to manifest. So it's completely free. Hit the link that's in the description box of this video. I'll also leave it as a comment in this video. Completely free. If you want to try that, just download it. That's all I have for you today. Have yourself a great day, and see you in the next video.